Okay. COVID-19 pandemic is an unprecedented global crisis.
Funding for the WHO's work on treatment and, of course, support for developing countries.
कोरोना के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ने वाले हर किसी का धन्यवाद.
Defeat this outspoken perspective.
La France engagera.
We will now fight against the coronavirus.
Welcome to the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce's annual awards program. Please welcome Amin Tillen, the popular MC for all major Indo-Canadian community programs in the GTA. Amin will be our host this evening as we honor and recognize our community super achievers. Please welcome Amin Tillen.
Good day to everyone. A warm welcome to all of you who've joined us on our social media platforms. We have a fantastic show lined up for you with speeches by our VIPs, sparkling entertainment, and of course, our award presentation to 9 super achievers for their outstanding achievements. It's going to be a great show. Now, please rise to honor the Canadian and the Indian national anthems. The Canadian national anthem is being performed by Orsi from Wellington Music, a talented cello player. He'll be followed by Sahil Khan, another talented instrumentalist, who will perform the Indian national anthem on the flute. That was such an energizing moment. National anthems evoke patriotic passion in all of us. And I think as Indo-Canadians, we are fortunate because we feel that patriotic rush for both the Canadian and the Indian national anthems. Now, please join me in welcoming Pramod Goyal, the president of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. Pramod is a dynamic entrepreneur, business strategist, and a management consultant with over 30 years of experience in founding, managing, and advising growth companies. He is currently the president and CEO of Canada-wide Financial Corporation Limited.
A very good day to everyone who has joined us today for our annual Awards 2020 program. Warm greetings from the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. This year, 2020, is ironic. It'll go down in history as one that we would all rather forget quickly, but will remember it forever. The unprecedented global chaos that the coronavirus pandemic has caused has led to unmitigated distress to billions across the world. Nobody was spared, nobody was safe, and we are still a fair distance away from immunity. But as they say, there is opportunity in every crisis, and many individuals and institutions came forward to serve humanity. We were witness to extraordinary bravery from hospital workers and other essential service providers, people who get ignored during normal times. These workers became frontline warriors in our fight against a virus that in a matter of months destroyed geography and jingoism and united the world in grief and trauma. In our own small way, the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce turned the crisis into an opportunity to reach out to the small business owners and professionals in the Indo-Canadian community. Soon after the lockdown, we launched our weekly webinar series, the Thursday Talks. The pandemic transformed our organization into a re-energized entity that re-established its credentials as a Chamber of Commerce. When we had to decide on the overarching theme that would encapsulate the year, the choice was straightforward. Globally and essentially at our chamber, we've entered an era of new transformation where the emphasis is on resilience, rebuild, and rejuvenate. We planned this series to become a platform to provide information about the impact of COVID-19 on different sectors of the Canadian economy, and to quickly disseminate information about government measures to alleviate the stress caused by the lockdown. The response was unexpectedly massive. We live streamed the webinar on social media platforms, and in less than a month, we were reaching an average audience of over 2,000 per webinar. Success breeds adventure, and we branched out into 2 other webinar series soon, Knowledge on the Go and Leaders Talk. The former aimed at exploring emerging sectors, economy, and their long-term impact on the economy. The latter was a straightforward engagement with political decision makers who were invited to share policy insights with our audience. I'm not being immodest when I say with each webinar, our reach surged. In some, the reach crossed 20,000. Yes, you heard it right, 20,000 people. And while these numbers are exciting, the real sense of elation has come from the significant policy insights that the leaders shared through our platform. We had Federal Minister Mary Ng discuss various means to improve bilateral trade with India's Hardeep Singh Puri. We had Marco Mendicino give information of how the federal government would enhance immigration targets to overcome the economic slowdown. Ontario's Vic Fedeli pledged to enhance bilateral trade with India, and his colleague, Parabmeet Sarkaria, drew an outline of the assistance in the offering for small businesses. The webinar series wasn't the only new initiative that we launched. For the first time, we partnered with Toronto Business Development Center and Can Export to conduct an international business development strategy for the Chamber and also to conduct a virtual clean tech mission. We have also collaborated with Schulich School of Business on Together 2021, an entrepreneurship boot camp and venture competition to be held in early January 2021. The benefits of these initiatives include empowering the next wave of Indian student entrepreneurs and innovators, connecting Indian and Toronto innovation ecosystems, and connecting top student and tech talent from India to the leaders and aspiring entrepreneurs. We gave meaning to our mandate of fostering bilateral trade and creating opportunities for Indo-Canadians. It was an effort that had started in 2019 when the board took a conscious decision to focus on the core principles. We hosted 3 back-to-back multi-sector trade missions from India, organizing over 100 one-on-one meetings for 35 plus Indian companies. Our chamber has always worked for the small business owner. At the macroeconomic level, bilateral trade and investment between Canada and India is about to cross $100 billion. It's a significant milestone, no doubt, but it has little relevance to the Indo-Canadian small business owner. We make it relevant to the small business owner by introducing him to the Indian market, by enabling him to explore partnerships with similar sized businesses. In this effort, which is often unnoticed because the transaction size may be minuscule, we seek and get assistance from our stakeholders, the Canadian diplomats in India and the Indian diplomats in Canada. Today, we have gathered together on this unique platform to celebrate achievements of our compatriots. The Indo-Canadian community is steadily enhancing its influence in the fabric of the Canadian society. It is doing so by contribution in all spheres, whether it is politics, business, corporate, academia, law, healthcare, and medicine. Indo-Canadians continue to rise to the pinnacle of their chosen career, and in the process are transforming the Canadian society. In recognizing the contribution of Indo-Canadians, your chamber celebrates their achievements. We honor individuals for their achievements in entrepreneurship, professional excellence, corporate and technological acumen, humanitarian contributions, and lifetime. We will soon have to enlarge the list of categories to encompass other ever-widening range of achievements. On behalf of the members, stakeholders, sponsors, and the larger Indo-Canadian community, I congratulate all our award recipients for their achievements. I also congratulate our Indo-Canadian community for its resilience in overcoming the challenges they faced during 2020. I want to acknowledge the contribution of my colleagues on the board who gave me unstinted support to transform the Chamber's governance structure to bring about accountability. I express my sincere gratitude to our sponsors for the continued support to our mandate. Our deepest thanks to the Canadian and the Indian diplomats for enabling our Chamber to have a meaningful role in shaping bilateral trade ties. Lastly, and most importantly, I thank all our members for their trust and confidence in the Chamber's leadership. We are on the right track. Let's enjoy the awards program. Wish you all very happy holidays, and everyone, stay safe.
In a year when COVID-19 pushed everyone and everything indoors, the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce leapfrogged into public reckoning, acknowledged and feted by leaders for its decades of dedicated work. When the pandemic stopped us in our tracks, the ICCC hit the ground running by launching virtual programming, and the members, stakeholders, and the larger Indo-Canadian community just couldn't get enough. The weekly average audience catapulted to over 2,000, often crossing the 10,000 mark. The surge in popularity was because of the wide range of subjects that we offer to our members. And of course, the high profile of the speakers lent credibility to our programming. Our youth members had chai with 3 young and dynamic CEOs who inspired them with their success mantras. Our women entrepreneurs and professionals have become an important and growing part of our organization. To celebrate the International Women's Day, our women members organized a thought-provoking panel discussion on issues faced every day by working women. During the year, our focus was on bilateral trade, and we hosted 3 back-to-back trade delegations from India in 2019, led by TPCI, FIEO, and ITPO, organizing over 100 meetings, more than 35 Indian companies across different sectors. We worked closely with the Consulate General of India in Toronto on many events, including organizing business-to-business meetings with several delegations from India. We hosted our traditional annual business reception for the visiting Indian delegation to PDAC and held a scintillating discussion on the growth impetus in the Indian budget. When the pandemic opened up new vistas of virtual meeting, we organized our most ambitious bilateral conference featuring Canadian and Indian trade ministers, the high commissioners, and a panel of trade experts. We followed it up with another conference on trade and investment initiative between Ontario and Uttar Pradesh. The ICCC maintained its unmatched record of accomplishment of fostering bilateral relations between Canada and India and creating business and professional opportunities for Canadians of Indian origin. Despite the pandemic and the lockdown, we met our objectives with alacrity and panache and gave insights to our members to operationalize efficiency and promote trade. As always, the ICCC stands for Grow, Engage, Prosper. We are proud of our past and confident of our future. The Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce ICCC Year in Review 2020.
Please join me in welcoming my colleagues on the board. Asif Sheikh, Vice President and Corporate Secretary. Sanjay Kulkarni, Vice President and Director of Finance. Surinder Sharma, Vice President and Director, Membership Engagement. Vijay Thomas, Vice President and Director, International Trade and ITC. Don Patel, Director, Government Affairs, Affinity and Business Development. Virendra Rathi, Director, Legal Affairs. Ripudaman Singh Dhillon, Director, Immigration, Education and Skills Training. Vikas Sharma, Director, Small and Medium Enterprises. And Bhavik Parekh, Director. Friends, it's our Chamber's special privilege that this year to receive a special greeting from the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. The Prime Minister leads a government that works hard every day to continue moving Canada forward. His team is focused on creating good middle-class jobs, making life more affordable, keeping Canada's communities safe, fighting climate change, and moving forward on reconciliation with Indigenous people. A proud feminist, the Prime Minister appointed Canada's first gender-balanced cabinet. Please welcome Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour à tous. For starters, I want to thank everyone who helped organize this virtual gala. While we may not be there together in person, we're still going to celebrate the many accomplishments of Indo-Canadians. Every day, members of the Indo-Canadian community make significant contributions to our country. And whether it's in entrepreneurship, technology, or community service, today's recipients have shown excellence in their work and have made a difference in their communities. Alors à tous ceux qu'on célèbre aujourd'hui, félicitations et merci. Vous faites de notre pays un endroit meilleur où vivre. I also want to take a moment to recognize the important work of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. As the oldest Indo-Canadian organization in the country, You've helped create opportunities for entrepreneurs, you've supported small businesses, and you've strengthened Canada-India trade relations. And since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, you've helped businesses navigate these unprecedented times. Your work and that of your members will play a key role as we restart our economy and make sure that everyone has a chance to succeed. Together, I know that we will build back better. Once again, congratulations to this year's recipients. Encore une fois, merci à tous.
Thank you, Prime Minister Trudeau. His message was so inspirational, I'm sure it will be cherished by all the award recipients and by everyone at the ICCC. Now, please join me in welcoming His Excellency Ajay Bisaria, the High Commissioner of India to Canada, a career diplomat. With over 3 decades of dedicated service to India, Mr. Bisaria took charge as High Commissioner of India in Ottawa in March, just when the lockdown began, and then was immersed in helping thousands of Indians in Canada return home. It was a monumental task that he and his team performed with consummate ease. Mr. Bisaria is a seasoned diplomat and is focused on taking Canada-India trade to a new high. His Excellency Ajay Bisaria.
Namaskar. It's a pleasure to join the annual awards ceremony of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, ICCC. Congratulations to all the award winners. I'm delighted that we recognize today your stellar contributions towards deepening the India-Canada economic engagement. I also take this opportunity to appreciate the fine work done by ICCC in forging closer ties between Indian and Canadian business, especially with Canadian businesses owned and run by Indo-Canadians. ICCC has played a yeoman role in promoting the ties between Indian and Canadian small and medium enterprises. I admire the dynamic leadership that the ICCC Council has provided to the Chamber in these trying and difficult times. India's reform story, which began in 1991, has accelerated in recent years. In 2014, India was placed 142nd in the Ease of Doing Business Index. Since then, 1,400 laws were eliminated, rules were simplified, mindsets were changed. India jumped 79 places to number 63 in 2019. Today's India is investment-friendly and welcome. In pandemic times, our stimulus packages for the Indian economy came embedded with next-generation economic reforms across the board in land, in labor, laws, in health, agriculture, education, real estate, also in sectors like MSME, which ICCC looks at. With these reforms, India hopes to get onto a V-shaped recovery path in 2021 and into a long-term growth path after that to become a $5 trillion economy in 5 years. India and Canada declared a strategic partnership when Prime Minister Modi visited Canada in 2015. The headline of this partnership has clearly been the tenfold increase in Canadian portfolio investment in India from $5 billion to over $50 billion, led by several champions of India in the Indo-Canadian community. This is patient capital in for the long run. It has supported key sectors like infrastructure, logistics, energy, real estate. This investment is growing and symbolizes, I think, Canada's faith in the India story. We already have over $100 billion of economic exchange between our countries. When we include trade, investment, remittances, tourism spend, we expect this to be a total more than $100 billion, and we expect this to double within 5 years, commensurate with the doubling of India's GDP. In the next 15 years, we should aim for this to become maybe 4 times or more in keeping with the way the GDP of India grows. The Indo-Canadian community, now 1.6 million strong, is an example of a well-integrated and dynamic immigrant community. Canada has offered a wonderful experience and opportunities for growth to this community. The community, through its hard work and tolerance, brings tremendous resilience and dynamism to all facets of Canadian life. From politics to business, from academics to culture, Indo-Canadians shine in the Canadian Hall of Fame and achievements. People-to-people relations are a cornerstone of the India-Canada strategic partnership. The Indo-Canadian community not only has a role, but a responsibility today to ensure that these relations continue to thrive and grow, as this is ultimately in the interest of the community, of both countries, of the world. I again congratulate all the award winners and wish all the members and officials of ICCC the very best for the holiday season. Namaskar. Thank you.
His message was so inspirational, and I'm sure it'll be cherished by all the award recipients and by everyone here at ICCC. We now welcome Tasif Sheikh, the Vice President and Corporate Secretary of ICCC. Tasif is a seasoned top-performing banking professional at HSBC Bank in Canada, with experience in global banking, retail banking, and wealth management. He was with HSBC India and part of the startup team of the non-resident Indian office in Canada.
A very good day to everyone who has joined us today for our award program. I will start with a quote by William Arthur Ward. "The pessimist complain about the wind. The optimist expects the change, and the leader adjusts the sail." With the defining quote of the personality of our chief guest today, it is with my pleasure to welcome Ontario Premier Doug Ford to our Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce Annual Award. We all know that Premier Ford lead a committed team that focus on helping business grow and prosper. Our chamber has fruitful working relationship with our provincial government, and we have conducted several webinars in the last few months. We have taken the help of provincial minister to explain the impact of pandemic to our member. Please welcome our Premier Doug Ford.
Friends, I'd like to congratulate all of the businesses and community leaders joining virtually for this year's awards and gala night. I want to thank the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for their work in supporting Ontario's Indian community and fostering relationships between Canada and India. Our two countries share common values and enjoy a special friendship. This past year has highlighted the importance of supporting one another and celebrating our achievements and life's blessings. Although this year's festivities have a different appearance, I know that the spirit of the awards gala will continue to shine. I hope everyone has a great time and enjoy the gala.
Thank you, Premier Ford. Your words of encouragement are definitely going to be remembered by everyone here at ICCC. I invite ICCC President Pramod Goyal to release the Chamber's annual magazine for 2020. The theme of this year's magazine is New Era of Transformation, Resilience, Rebuild, Rejuvenate. It is connected with the pandemic, but focuses on the tremendous positivity that the Chamber infused among its members to make them resilient. And it emphasizes the urgency of the tasks ahead to rebuild and rejuvenate. We're now going to give you the first look at the 2020 ICCC magazine. Mr. President, if you could do us the honor.
Thank you.
Now, please join me in welcoming Sanjay Kulkarni, Vice President, Director of Finance at ICCC. Sanjay is the CEO and President of Suncool Enterprises, Inc. An expert in negotiations, Sanjay is a strong business leader with a distinguished career of 25 years in Canada.
It is our Chamber's honor and privilege to have the Honorable Mary Ng as the guest of honor for our awards program. As most of our members know, Minister Ng is a great supporter of the ICCC. The Honorable Mary Ng, Canada's Minister of Small Business, export promotion and international trade, has been the pivot around which Canada-India trade relations have been taken to new heights. Please welcome Minister Mary Ng.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Bonjour à tous. Thank you to the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for inviting me to be here with you today. It is always an honor to be invited to speak at the Indo-Canada Chamber, an organization that continues to do so much to bolster the economic relationship between Canada and India and promote trade between our two countries. Your ability to convene Canadian and Indian ministers like myself and Minister Puri recently, and the Indo-Canadian business community at large, is no small feat. The work you do by getting everyone in the same room, even digitally these days, is so critical in keeping dialogue open and solutions flowing. You represent what is arguably the most crucial aspect of the Canada-India relationship, the long-standing and diverse ties between our peoples. The people-to-people ties between our countries have been built over generations and are embodied by the 1.4 million Canadians of Indian origin that contribute to Canadian society. These links are what makes everything else possible, and the ever-growing business and investment connections that continue to be so successful. These people-to-people relationships are so important in regular times, in day-to-day life, but lately, they have been even more vital in helping Canada and India see through the extraordinary challenges that the pandemic has presented to us over the last several months. I know that I find this especially true in my own workings with my good colleague, Minister Goyal. Speaking to him over the course of COVID-19 has been incredibly valuable as together we navigate this crisis, making sure that Canada and India continue to work and build towards a sustainable global recovery that benefits all. Together, we have been fighting COVID-19. Together, we have been working to ensure the health of our people. And together, we've used every tool at our disposal to mitigate the economic impact of the pandemic. And while there is light at the end of the tunnel, with some of the more recent news on the vaccine front, we still have much to do. For Canada, the path forward is clear. It is vital that Canada and India continue to work together to ensure that supply chains flow and that our people have access to essential goods and services as they need it to overcome this pandemic and to build back better. COVID-19 should not and cannot be used as an excuse to stop trading, to turn inward, or to pull back from multilateral cooperation. As we work to rebuild and to recover from COVID-19, trade will play a critical role. Canada is committed to strengthening the trade and investment relationship between our two countries. We want to build on the record numbers that we saw in 2019, when merchandise trade reached $10 billion, with services at nearly $7 billion, and two-way investment was valued at $3.5 billion. There are so many avenues to explore in our recovery. One way we want to build back better is by supporting our peoples and our businesses as they scale up and explore new and vibrant markets like that in India. So much of this bright future depends on our close partnerships and as global friends. It is here where we can play to our strengths with India by bolstering our economic relationship and ensuring that our trade is open and inclusive, benefiting both countries and all of the people and the families that depend on us. And as the Chamber's motto so rightly says, grow, engage, prosper. So as we look to the road ahead and to all of the opportunities for collaboration, may we keep this in mind. Let us grow our relationship, engage with each other from across the world and here at home, and build prosperity for the future with our recent past in mind. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Next up, we have a ballet performance by TDC Entertainment. It is so exciting when such important leaders speak highly of our chamber. And there is good reason they do so. For the last 43 years, the ICCC has been the foremost bilateral trade promotion organization in the Canada-India corridor. Now it is time to commence our awards presentation. And I invite Bhavik Parekh, Director ICCC, to start the process. Bhavik is an innovative technologist and researcher who works with multiple Fortune 500 companies.
Thank you, Amin. Chetan Sehgal is a partner with BDO Canada. He's provided professional accounting services for over 17 years, specializing in forensic and investigative accounting and loss quantification since 2005. Chetan spearheaded BDO Canada's effort to analyze and evaluate the nominations we received for our open category awards. He will explain to us what the BDO Canada team did to arrive at its recommendations. I must emphasize here that while BDO Canada made its recommendations, the final decision on the award recipient was by our esteemed advisory board members.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I would like to congratulate the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce on the success of hosting the annual awards through this virtual platform, and also on the ways in which the ICCC has adopted to stay engaged and relevant to its members in 2020. My name is Chetan Sehgal. I'm a partner at BDO Canada LLP. BDO is an accounting, tax, and advisory firm serving the mid-market clients across the globe. I specialize in advisory services and lead the India desk for BDO Canada. I collaborate closely with my partners in BDO India to assist our clients with their business needs in both jurisdictions on a regular basis. On behalf of BDO, I am delighted to be part of the gala festivities and honored that ICCC has entrusted BDO to play an important role in the evaluation process of the nominee for the awards. In terms of the evaluation process itself, BDO has been engaged with the ICCC since early 2020. Our journey began by reviewing and providing feedback on the nominee criteria put forward by the ICCC for each award category. From there, we developed a model to evaluate the requirements in a fair and objective manner using a rating scale for each award category. Now, upon receiving the nomination submissions, we reviewed each submission in detail and provided a rating for each nominee separately. At the conclusion of our review exercise, I met with the ICCC Advisory Board to explain the nominee evaluation process undertaken by BDO and provided our recommendations for the top-rated nominees or nominees where the submission or the competition was tight. And the ICCC Advisory Board Committee thereon took the charge to determine who the final award recipients will be. Overall, I must say the nomination packages submitted by the membership were quite impressive, and I look forward to finding out with you who the ultimate award winners are today. Once again, thank you ICCC, and our heartiest congratulations to the 2020 annual award recipients. We wish everyone a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. Thank you.
The President's Award is bestowed to a person of eminence who has achieved spectacular results in the Canada-India bilateral space and has worked in tandem with the Chamber to achieve its twin mandates. It recognizes the contribution of an eminent personality with a high public profile in the Canadian and Indian mainstream who has transformed Canada-India relations in a significant manner. The Honorable Mary Ng, Canada's Minister of Small Business, Export Promotion and International Trade, is the recipient of the 2020 ICCC President's Award.
The ICCC 2020 President's Award goes to Mary Ng. The Honourable Mary Ng, Canada's Minister of Small Business, Export Promotion and International Trade, is the pivot around which Canada-India trade relations revolve. These ties have taken off on a higher trajectory since she has taken charge of Canada's international trade portfolio. Minister Ng hasn't let the pandemic slow down her efforts at enhancing bilateral trade and has often worked with the ICCC to ensure that trade remains the central focus of the bilateral relations between our two democracies. She is a devoted community leader who believes in the power of public service. She has 2 decades of experience in education, women's leadership, job creation, and entrepreneurship. The ICCC President's Award 2020 goes to the Honourable Mary Ng.
Thank you to the Chamber for honoring me with the President's Award. It is truly special to be recognized by an organization that has done so much to strengthen the economic relationship between Canada and India and to promote immigrant businesses here in Canada. It was a pleasure to join you earlier this year to celebrate International Women's Day and to speak with you virtually about the Canada-India bilateral trade relationship. But it's equally special to be here tonight, sharing the spotlight with the Chamber's other award winners this year. Congratulations to all of you for your fantastic accomplishments and contributions to the Canada-India business community. The resilience and flexibility that you have shown is such an inspiration. So once again, thank you for honoring me with this award and for letting me stand along such a caliber, a lineup of innovators and champions of the Canada-India business community. It truly is an honor. I wish you all the very best for the holiday season. Please stay safe. Thank you. Merci.
On behalf of the members of Brampton City Council, I want to extend congratulations to the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce on your 27th Annual Awards Gala. This annual gala is an important event for the Indo-Canadian business community, and I think I've been to that gala in person for the last probably 15 to 20 years. So it's a little bit different this year that we can't gather in person. You know, I've seen the work of ICCC. I'm a proud supporter, and I know you do critical work in bridging the geographical divide between India and Canada, and you're bringing businesses together. You're connecting businesses. Tonight, 11 business leaders will be honored. I want to wish them continued success. I know that 2020 has been a very challenging year, but I know that we've seen businesses that have been resilient, that have adapted, that are going to come back stronger than ever because of their entrepreneurial spirit and their ability to adapt. And I know that the ICCC has members like that. You've got businesses like that that are adapting to innovation, manufacturing, technology. I want to thank all of tonight's sponsors. I know events like this are hard to organize, so thank you for your support of a great organization like ICCC. And thank you to the Board of Directors for volunteering your time. And you know, I'm very proud in Brampton that we have a large Indo-Canadian diaspora. Very proud of the links that we have, not just people, but business to business with India. I believe that when we see this trade prosper and flourish, it helps not only businesses in India and businesses in Canada, but it helps communities, it helps neighborhoods. And this awards dinner is an opportunity to honor the people that are making these great strides on behalf of India and behalf of Canada. So I want to close by saying, I look forward to seeing you all soon. I look forward to going on the next ICCC delegation to India. I know I've been on a number of them when travel is permitted again. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, listen to the advice of public health. We're going to get through this. And I know that just like the business members of ICCC are resilient, that Brampton is resilient, that India is resilient, that Canada is resilient, and just around the corner we have better days. With the vaccine rollout happening, we have better days ahead. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So stay optimistic, ICCC, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
The Lifetime Achievement Award is bestowed to an Indo-Canadian achiever who has demonstrated exceptional service and leadership over a significant period. The recipient has displayed wisdom and depth of service and leadership that has made a significant difference to individuals or groups and exemplified core humane values of caring, learning, integrity, and respect. Arjun Jasuja is a recipient of the 2020 ICCC Lifetime Achievement Award. Arjun is the founder and chairman of the Sigma Group of Companies and a committed philanthropist.
The ICCC Lifetime Achievement Award 2020 goes to Arjun Jasuja. Arjun Jasuja, or Andy as he is universally known, is also a software engineer, an educator, a serial entrepreneur, and a singer. Born and raised in a refugee camp in Katni in central India and having experienced poverty firsthand, Andy is first a philanthropist. He graduated from the Indian Institute of Technology, did his post-graduation in systems design engineering from the University of Waterloo. He founded Sigma Systems in the early 1990s. Sigma Group today is a global conglomerate of companies spanning across technology, identity protection, marketing, healthcare, real estate, hospitality, and financing. Andy has used his passion for singing to help raise funds for various causes. The ICCC Lifetime Achievement Award 2020 goes to Arjun Andy Jasuja.
Proud moments like this do not happen in your life without the blessings of God and the support of your family, friends, and colleagues. To my beautiful wife, Mamta, who is my heart and soul, I am indebted to you forever. To my dear children, Anita, Paras, Anil, Natasha, Mona, and Aaron, who are becoming the new pillars of Sigma Group with increasing responsibility, I love you. To my extended family and friends who always make me feel like a somebody and accept me the way I am, thank you. To each and every member of the Sigma Group of companies, without whom this would not be possible, I salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, while I am humbled and touched for the honor bestowed upon me through this Lifetime Achievement Award, I believe that I still have a long way to go to become worthy of this award. And I promise to you all that I will continue to serve my family, my community, Sigma Group, and this great nation, Canada, as a servant for the rest of my life. Thank you, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Canada. I love you all.
Namaste. Hello, I'm Mayor Frank Scarpitti from the city of Markham, and I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to the team at the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce on your 27th Annual Awards Gala. For the past 43 years, the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce has played a prominent role in fostering and strengthening bilateral relations between Canada and India. Markham is proud to be home to a vibrant Indo-Canadian community, and we appreciate their contributions to enhancing the cultural and economic prosperity of our community. Canada and India share a special bond, and our bilateral partnership continues to be key to our growth and economic prosperity. We value our friendship, and we thank you for your commitment and leadership to building continued collaborations. As we celebrate the incredible achievements of the Indo-Canadian community through this wonderful event, please join me in congratulating all the 2020 winners on their success. Congratulations to all, and have a wonderful event.
The Corporate Executive Award is given to an individual who has a substantial career as a high-achieving leader in a Canadian corporate environment. Possessing strong motivational skills, the recipient is a leader in creating environments in an organization that energizes teams to succeed, while introducing structure, direction, and feedback to ensure superior organizational performance. Goldie Hyder is a recipient of the 2020 ICCC Corporate Executive Award. Goldie is President and Chief Executive Officer of the Business Council of Canada.
The 2020 ICCC Corporate Executive Award goes to Goldie Hyder. From his office in downtown Ottawa, Goldie Hyder can see the Peace Tower on Parliament Hill. It's a reminder of what has motivated him throughout his career. As president and CEO of the Business Council of Canada, Goldie works with more than 150 forward-thinking CEOs who are leading some of Canada's largest companies across the country. Together, they share the vision of making Canada the best place in the world in which to live, work, invest, and grow. It's a focus that has guided Goldie's journey, beginning as a policy director for former Prime Minister Joe Clark, leading Hill and Knowlton Strategies Canada and working with political leaders in Ottawa, promoting the advancement of women leaders, and volunteering his time with numerous charities and nonprofits. And it's a motivation that will continue to guide him as a business and community leader. The 2020 ICCC Corporate Executive Award goes to Goldie Hyder.
I want to bring greetings as well on behalf of the government, including my friends and colleagues, Ministers Anita Anand, Navdeep Bains, Harjit Sajjan, and naturally the Prime Minister, all of whom are great friends to the ICCC and the community. And indeed, it is really, really fantastic to be with you. I want to thank you as well for your work in promoting trade and commerce between Canada and India, as well as strengthening ties between our two countries. Your dedicated advocacy and friendship is truly appreciated.
The Woman Professional Award is given to a female achiever in practice or service in a professional firm, academia, or in the medical profession. The recipient has demonstrated excellence, high achievement, and leadership to develop or improve a program or service that significantly advances her profession. She has excelled throughout her career and demonstrated innovation and creativity to create a significant and long-lasting benefit. Ananya Mukherjee Reid is the recipient of the 2020 ICCC Woman Professional Award. Ananya is Provost and Vice President Academic at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan.
The ICCC Woman Professional Award 2020 goes to Ananya Mukherjee Reid. Ananya Mukherjee Reid is a globally renowned academic, a distinguished voice for social justice, and a cultural ambassador. She is Provost and Vice President Academic at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan. Ananya believes her career in higher education has given her the opportunity to ask questions, to speak out, advocate for change, and to interact with students from across the world. Her academic work focuses on people-centered social change. Ananya left India 30 years ago as an international student, and she is deeply grateful to everyone who supported and encouraged her. She strives to reciprocate those gifts in some modest way. The 2020 ICCC Woman Professional Award goes to Ananya Mukherjee Reid.
Good morning and greetings from the University of British Columbia and its beautiful Okanagan campus. I acknowledge that UBC Okanagan is situated in the territory of the Syilx Okanagan Nation and their peoples. I would also like to acknowledge that we are joining each other today from many places near and far and acknowledge the traditional owners and caretakers of those lands. I am deeply honored to receive this recognition from the Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce. As a professional in the field of higher education, I cannot but reflect on the significance of receiving this award at this time. It is a moment of reckoning and yet great hope, the fostering of hope and the forging of our collective minds to address our common problems. This is the core business of education. I feel honored to be part of this profession, but we have much work to do, as we all know, and let's all get to it. Thank you.
First and foremost, let me say thank you for the ability to join you today. You may or may not know, but in 2016, I went to India with the Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce and enjoyed my trip immensely there. It was 2 weeks. And so I really am fond of this organization as somebody who represents a very diverse riding in our nation's capital. With many Indo-Canadians as well as Chinese Canadians, I am very proud of the cultural fabric we have in Ontario and in Canada and really think we can build on it.
The Young Achiever of the Year Award recognizes the accomplishments and contributions of an Indo-Canadian young person. The recipient has demonstrated success through excellence in vocational training, academic, sporting, artistic, or business pursuits, and has displayed adaptability in handling projects or assignments without compromising on quality of deliverables. Jonita Gandhi is the recipient of the 2020 ICCC Young Achiever Award. Jonita is a music sensation who has performed with all of the major music composers in India and is the main female vocalist for A.R. Rahman.
The 2020 ICCC Young Achiever Award goes to Jonita Gandhi. Jonita Gandhi is a powerhouse of talent who has made her mark in Indian films as a vocalist. Her versatility is acclaimed by eminent music composers including Salim Merchant, Amit Trivedi, Preetham, Anirudh, and others. A.R. Rahman discovered her rendition of Silent Night and became an integral part of Jonita's career. She tours as the lead woman vocalist in his band and records for him. With millions of followers across streaming platforms and social media, Jonita's online popularity is global. She has performed with legendary artists including Carlos Santana and at prestigious events including Global Citizen. Jonita has 90+ film songs and over 50 independent releases and 10 awards to her credit. The 2020 ICCC Young Achiever Award goes to Jonita Gandhi.
Hi guys, this is Jonita Gandhi. I just found out that I'm being awarded a Young Achiever Award by the ICCC 2020 Annual Awards Advisory Board. Thank you so much. This is a huge honor for me, so a big shout out to the entire panel for bestowing this honor on me. You know, my transition from Toronto to Mumbai, chasing after my dreams, it's been such a rewarding experience, and it feels so nice to be recognized by a homegrown association like ICCC, who I've been hearing about over the years. You know, there's no stranger to our family. Actually, my dad, my brother Mandeep, they've been associated with their gala events. So it's very, very special to me to be receiving this award. Thank you again, and keep doing all the great work that you're doing for the community, and stay safe.
Hello, everyone. Mayor Bonnie Crombie here from the great city of Mississauga, sending my best wishes to the Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce as you mark your 27th Annual Awards Gala. This gala is an important event for the Indo-Canadian business community. Thank you, ICCC, for taking your celebration online this year so we can continue to honor our 1.6 million Canadian members for all that they contribute to our community. The Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce is a 43-year-old organization that has built an outstanding reputation for fostering bilateral relations between Canada and India, and has created opportunities for the Indo-Canadian community here in Canada. As mayor, I've worked closely with the ICCC to strengthen relations between Mississauga and public and private sector leaders from India. With decades of community engagement, the Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce holds a unique place in Mississauga and across our country. I congratulate the Chamber's leadership in ensuring the ICCC continues to have an impact on its stakeholders and members. Congratulations to all the 2020 winners for this incredible honor. Please stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.
That was one of the most inspiring segments of our program today. These award recipients have achievements that are simply remarkable. But we have more award presentations coming up soon. Now is the time to acknowledge our wonderful sponsors. Let us begin with our annual sponsors. Turkish Airlines is ICCC's gold sponsors, and they've been with the Chamber for several years. We value their continued support. Then we have our sector sponsors, and they include ICICI Bank Canada, our traditional partners for over a decade. Raymond James, and we acknowledge Rakesh Vijay. Cosmos Sports and Entertainment Management, the organizers of the GT20 cricket tournament. Seneca College, they helped us with a number of webinars during the pandemic lockdown. SBI Bank Canada, our traditional partners for over a decade. TELUS Business, thank you for your periodic offers to our members. A shout out to our media partners, The Weekly Voice and PTC Punjabi Canada. A special thank you to our award sponsors, Tangentia, for sponsoring the Male Entrepreneur Awards, Bromed for continuing its nearly 2 decades old tradition of sponsoring the Humanitarian Award, and Sigma Group for the sponsorship of the Technology Award. We thank all of our wonderful sponsors because without their support, none of this would be possible, and we would not be able to deliver on our mandate as efficiently and consistently as we do at present. Well, that was something, wasn't it? So many important people acknowledge that the ICCC has been doing great work during the COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, it was doing great work for the last 43 years and will continue to do so in the future. We will be playing more clips during the program. It is now time for our next segment, and to introduce us to the speaker, please join me in welcoming Surinder Sharma. Surinder is ICCC's Vice President and Director of Membership Engagement. He is the founder of Power Saving Systems, Inc., that assists companies reduce carbon footprint.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying the program, and it's my great pleasure to invite Honorable Anita Anand, Canada's Minister for Public Services and Procurement. Anita is a Member of Parliament from Oakville, elected in 2019. Anita Anand holds 4 degrees, and she was a professor of law at the University of Toronto. And she's also the first Hindu cabinet minister of Indian origin, connections with both North and South of India. Her father happens to be a Tamil and a mother a Punjabi. So she's a true Indian. Please join and welcome Minister Anita Anand.
Namaste. Hello, everybody. My name is Anita Anand, the Member of Parliament for Oakville and the Minister of Public Services and Procurement. 2020 has been a very challenging year for small businesses and all of us in Canada. And I wanted to take a moment and extend my very best wishes to all of the members of the ICCC. I was so happy to meet all of you back before the crisis at the International Women's Day event. And by the same token, I was really looking forward to being with you in person for this gala. But I'm so happy to be able to share greetings with you and to let you know how much I think about all of you and how much I am focused on our community and the broader Canadian public in terms of the procurement of vaccines, the procurement of PPE, as well as rapid test kits. We are all focused on the light of the end of the tunnel now, and making sure vaccines get into this country is my very top priority. So I wanted to take a moment and wish you well. I hope to see you in person very, very soon. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday and all the best in 2021. I look forward to seeing you soon. Dhanyavad. Namaste.
On behalf of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce's leadership and members and stakeholders, I want to thank Minister Anand for her lovely speech. We wish her all the best as she commences the Canada-wide distribution of the COVID-19 vaccines. Let's continue with our second set of awards. We kick off this segment by inviting Romesh Chotai, the veteran community leader and president of Bromed Pharmaceuticals. BroMed is the sponsor for ICCC's Humanitarian Award for more than a decade.
Thank you, Amin. Hello, everyone. It has been BroMed Pharmaceuticals Inc.'s privilege and honor to sponsor Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce's Humanitarian Award. The Humanitarian Award is given to an Indo-Canadian philanthropist, a social activist, or a person who has contributed substantial resources to the charitable cause or an institution for a long period. The recipient has continually contributed to alleviating human suffering and improving the quality of life of people in need anywhere in the world. The recipient has demonstrated leadership and outstanding volunteer accomplishment that bring honor to the Indo-Canadian community. Jabin Boga is the recipient of the 2020 ICCC Humanitarian Award. Jabin is a human resources professional and a community activist who has dedicated herself to serving humanity in different ways in Canada and in India. Jabin Boga.
The 2020 ICCC Humanitarian Award goes to Jabin Boga. Jabin Boga is an exemplary individual whose commitments are proven by her actions. She's actively involved in multiple community initiatives to improve the well-being of the broader Canadian community. Over the past several years, Jabin has led 40-plus events that have included 45,000 volunteer hours for over 3,000 volunteers. She serves on Ismaili's civic lead and supports many initiatives, including food banks, homeless shelters, YWCA, and Habitat for Humanity. She is also the director for Dilara India Assistance Society, which supports continuing education in Goa, India. Her commitment has made a difference to over 150 students annually. Jabin's willingness to help others is a fundamental component of her personality. The 2020 ICCC Humanitarian Award goes to Jabin Boga.
Hi, everyone. I'm extremely honored to be accepting the Humanitarian of the Year award to join past recipients who have long admired and respected. A very special thank you goes to the Board of Directors for selecting me, and thank you to those who have nominated me and supported my nomination. I would like to thank my husband, my parents, close friends, and those who have supported me in my journey to be able to give back to others. My journey started upon the passing away of my grandparents, where I developed a desire to give back to charity to preserve their legacy. I started through my profession, through mentorships, followed by volunteering on CPHR's Advisory Council to lead a career network, providing strategies to all professionals to secure employment. The most impactful for me, however, has been my work with Dilara India Assistance Society to support educational development in Goa. This happened upon a visit to India, where I developed a desire to support continued education and soon acquired a role as a volunteer as a director. Through this, I've been able to support 150 students annually in Goa seeking education. Thank you so much for your support in this endeavor and for recognizing my contributions through awarding me with the Humanitarian of the Year award. It is truly appreciated and a true privilege. Thank you.
Tonight is a very special session because this is what promotes women. And I want to congratulate the Indo Chamber of Commerce. A lot of organizations, but they have led the way.
The Male Professional Award is given to a male achiever in practice or service in a professional firm, academia, or the medical profession. The recipient has demonstrated excellence, high achievement, and leadership to develop or improve a program or service that significantly advances his profession. He has advanced throughout his career and demonstrated innovation and creativity to obtain a significant and long-lasting benefit. Jagdish Bhutani is a recipient of the ICCC's 2020 Male Professional Award. Jagdish is Professor Emeritus in the Department of Laboratory Medicine and Pathobiology at the University of Toronto and was Director of the Division of Pathology in the department.
The 2020 ICCC Male Professional Award goes to Jagdish Bhutani. Jagdish Bhutani is an eminent pathologist and philanthropist. He is Professor Emeritus in the Department of Laboratory Medicine and Pathobiology at the University of Toronto. Jagdish did not know anyone professionally when he came to Canada, accompanied by his wife and their child. Painstakingly, he built a life that some think is successful. He credits his success to the Almighty and to his family. Jagdish strove to teach medicine and maintain an abiding interest in learning, integrity, and fairness. He helped the less fortunate build their careers and achieve their goals, knowing they had the ability and skill to bring honor to themselves, their families, and their profession. The 2020 ICCC Male Professional Award goes to Jagdish Bhutani.
Thank you, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, for naming me your Male Professional of the Year 2020. I and my family are humbled by the enormity of this honor and feel privileged to join the ranks of previous honorees. It has been a wonder-filled journey, 45 years long, coming to this beautiful country with my wife, Vidya, now a successful practicing psychiatrist, and our infant daughter, Indrani, now Vice President Regulatory at Electra Energy. With the grace of God, the blessing of our parents, and the support of my family, I rose to the rank of Professor and now Professor Emeritus at the University of Toronto. One does not make such a journey alone, and I am no exception. I thank all those who have mentored me and supported me. In turn, I have paid it forward. Most of all, I owe thanks to God and to my dear wife Vidya for her unstinting support. Briefly, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Briefly, may all be happy, free from illness, spiritually uplifted, and free from suffering. Peace. May He bless us all. These difficult COVID times too shall pass, and one day soon we will be able to meet face to face and celebrate such joyous occasions together. Namaskar and thank you.
Let me also thank the Chamber. My association with ICCC goes back well over 20 years. I've had a lot of opportunity in Canada as well as here in India to support the very important work of the Chamber, support its members, and we've together come a long way. You've played a very important role in helping grow the commercial relationship between Canada and India. So it's really great to see you continue to actively engage and build on this momentum. And in particular, President Goyal, great work, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Please join me in welcoming Vijay Thomas, the CEO and founder of Tangential, the sponsor of the Male Entrepreneur Award. Tangential has evolved to become a leading global robotic process automation, artificial intelligence, and B2B solutions company with a multinational footprint with offices in the USA, Canada, and India.
Good day to all of you who have joined us on YouTube, Facebook, or other social media platforms. Tangential is proud to sponsor ICCC's Male Entrepreneur of the Year Award. The Male Entrepreneur of the Year Award recognizes the accomplishments and contributions of an Indo-Canadian male entrepreneur who has annual revenues in excess of $10 million and/or has created multiple successful businesses with combined annual turnover in excess of $15 million and has proven track record of growth, profitability, and industry leadership. This year's ICCC's 2020 Male Entrepreneur Award goes to Sachindra Jain. Sachindra is the founder and chairman of Sonil Group of Companies, a real estate investments and multinational electronics corporation. Join me in welcoming Sachindra Jain.
The 2020 ICCC Male Entrepreneur Award goes to Sachindra Jain. Sachindra Jain is the founder and chairman of Sonail Group of companies that has interests in electronics and real estate. He came to Canada on a full scholarship and worked as an engineer executive before establishing his Sonail in 1994, which is named after his children, Sonia and Neil. Success quickly followed thanks to innovative product lines and Sachindra's relentless sales efforts. To diversify and build on the success of electronics, Sachindra began investing in commercial real estate beginning in 2002. His wife Usha's unwavering support made him a successful entrepreneur. His children have been the motivation in his life. Sachindra believes in building a legacy, not just a business. The 2020 ICCC Male Entrepreneur Award goes to Sachindra Jain.
I would like to thank the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for selecting me for the Male Entrepreneur of the Year Award. I came to Canada at the age of 20 with a dream of building something, and this country has given me that opportunity. I want to thank my wife Usha, who has supported me since the very beginning. The decision to give up a stable executive job and start a business from scratch was far from easy, but she always believed in me. When I started Sunil in 1994, I named it after my children, Sonia and Neil, and they have continued to motivate me. I'm especially proud that both of them have worked at the company, and Neil is currently leading the company to new heights as president and CEO. Thank you again for this tremendous honor. It truly means a great deal to me. Thank you.
I want to take an opportunity to thank the ICC for all of their Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce for all the great work that they've been doing. And not just during COVID, many of your members have done incredible work giving back to the community during these very tough times, but also in general, all the great work that you do trying to foster better relations between both of our countries, and also making sure that the voice of the Chamber of Commerce is heard in all levels of government, whether it's municipal, provincial, or federal. So I also give a big shout out to the president, Pramod Goyal, all the great work that he is doing, leading your organizations.
The Member of the Year Award is bestowed by the Board of Directors of the ICCC upon a member of the Chamber who's gone above and beyond the call of duty to contribute positively to the image and the workings of the organization. The Member of the Year Award is for volunteerism and selflessness. It is in recognition of a member's continued services to the ICCC for a considerable period of time. B.K. Sethi is the ICCC's 2020 Member of the Year Award recipient.
The 2020 ICCC Member of the Year Award goes to B.K. Sethi. B.K. Sethi is a pioneer of ethnic food in Canada. He deployed his global experience of selling consumer products to promote ethnic food in 1982 by launching authentic brands. He became the largest ethnic food importer and marketer of ethnic foods and a resource bank of ethnic products and culture, which he promoted to the Canadian mainstream. Mr. Sethi pioneered the linkage between ethnic food with ethnic festivals and revolutionized the market. He is an active community leader and is involved with the ICCC to promote small and medium businesses owned by Indo-Canadians and help Canadian business explore global markets. The ICCC 2020 Member of the Year Award goes to B.K. Sethi.
Thank you. I'm so humbled by this recognition. Thank you. It has been an honor to be a director SME and now a senior advisor on the President Council to serve alongside the fine board members of ICCC. When I first started my ethnic food import and distribution business, there were very few South Asian grocery stores, and the ethnic foods products were not sold in the mainstream supermarkets. I saw a great opportunity in bringing the brand name ethnic food products from around the world to mainstream retailers in Canada. Yes, It was an uphill battle, which I was so fortunate to win and convince the mainstream retailers, including Loblaws, Dominion, Metro, A&P, Walmart, to help transform their grocery aisles into a truly multicultural shopping destination for Canadian consumers. Yes, you can see them all in the mainstream retail from coast to coast. Some of the brands I have had the pleasure of working with to bring to Canadian mainstream markets include Brook Bond, Gits, MDH, Pacharanga, Elephant 817, Tilda Rice, Golden Temple, India House, Leecom Key, Barella, Grace, and many other brands. Consulting companies such as Unilever, Kraft, Heinz, Robinhood, and Dairy Farmers of Canada has been a great honor. I would like to thank my family, colleagues, the fine retailers, and suppliers I had the opportunity to work with. I've been so proud of the work we have accomplished, and I'm proud to call myself an Indo-Canadian, and thank you all for this recognition. Thank you again.
Well, today's get-together here, today's conference, is a great example of our work. We really thank all of you at the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for hosting this important opportunity and to strengthen the relationship between Ontario and UP as we move forward.
All right, for our next piece of entertainment, this performance was specially recorded in Mumbai, India for the ICCC Awards. Please welcome the students of Guru Lata Balkarkar.
Tom tanana dhire na dhire na, 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 udana deep tadana deep tadana dhire na, udana deep tadana deep tadana dhire na, deep tano 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 dhire na. Deep tano 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 Tom tanana dire na dire na Tom tanana dire na dire na Tom tanana dire na dire na Tom tanana dire na Udara deep ta dire na, udara deep ta dire na, deep ta dire na, deep ta dire na, deep ta no
Namaskar. Thank you Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce for giving us this opportunity to perform at their prestigious awards gala.
That was an amazing performance. I think we've had the perfect evening of VIP speeches, fantastic entertainment, and awards presentations. It was no different from our annual gala, except that this was done a little differently. And in doing so, we made it possible for so many more people to see it and participate in it and revisit it later too. Before we close, I'd like to invite Vijay Thomas once again to deliver the vote of thanks.
Everything that begins must end. That is the beautifully simple philosophy of the circle of life. Nothing is untouched by this fact, neither are any of us. We have run the course of our first ever online awards gala 2020. The pandemic prevented us from holding our usual dazzling grand dinner gala, hosting upwards of 1,000 guests, all celebrating the achievements of distinguished and talented Indo-Canadians. Having said that, the constraints of physical distancing this year has given us the opportunity to enhance and multiply our outreach manifold. In all likelihood, we will cross 20,000 viewers for today's evening. And that is what I want to acknowledge today. A program of this magnitude where we pulled off all stops is possible only because of team effort. As the Vice President of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, it is my humbling responsibility to acknowledge the many people and organizations whose contributions have made this program possible. Let me begin by thanking our annual and award sponsors, without whose continued trust and faith in us, this event would not have been possible. Our event sponsors make us look good, and this event would not have been possible without them. I would like to thank all of them, but I'd like to mention a few of them by name. Divya Kumar Gowda of DT International took charge of this awards program and turned it into a scintillating success. And in doing so, he went above and beyond his contractual obligations. So thank you, Divya. A shout out to Amin Dillon for her natural grace and charm in being the master of ceremonies. Thank you very much, Amin. And the ever dependable Jake Deer for his consummate skills and professionalism. Our gratitude to AVP Studios of Sanja, Punjab for providing us with the facilities for video recordings. Special thanks to Zenith Entertainment for their assistance with the video recordings. Vinod John of Winjo Media for his assistance with our annual magazine. Thank you, Vinod, for your patience and creativity. I would also like to put on record our sincere thank you to my colleagues on the board for their continued contributions, and a shout out to Renu Chauhan, our accountant at the ICCC, for a smiling disposition and back office assistance. Last but not least, a big thank you to our executive director, Mayank Bhatt, for being the bedrock on which we were able to pull this off. He was our quarterback for this event, as well for a lot of what we do at the ICCC. Thank you, Mayankji. After the sponsors, on behalf of our chamber, I express my sincere gratitude to our stakeholders for their unstinted support to all our efforts. It is through their cooperation that we can involve important federal, provincial, and city decision makers into our programming. A big thank you to the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, to carve out time from his busy schedule to record a wonderful message for this program. It will be cherished by all of us for years to come. Our heartfelt appreciation to the Honorable Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, for his message. Ontario is open for business, and we at the ICCC have no doubt that we have the right person making that possible. We are grateful to you, Premier. The Honorable Mary Eng is a great friend of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. She is focused on enhancing bilateral trade between Canada and India and has always involved our chamber in every important bilateral initiative. We thank her for her cooperation and contribution to our institution. And of course, congratulations to her for the President's Award. Our chamber is deeply thankful to the Honorable Anita Anand for her generous engagement with our organization. We wish her the very best as she gets ready to grapple with the challenging task of ensuring the vaccine reaches all Canadians in the shortest possible time. As I started out saying, that all things that begin have to come to an end, so does our Gala Awards function today. So long, everyone. Farewell, and see you in June 2021. Have a good evening, good day, or good morning, depending on which part of the world you're in, and have a great one.